John.
Hi. How do you want me to orient myself?
Yeah, what do you think? This is...
I have a BFA, so I know that I can slightly turn. I can cheat out and still address you.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Play to the crowd. This is your audience. Yes, and they'll just cut me out. They'll cut me out. I can already sense the director in you. You know, this is what's amazing. Yes, this is it. You are a director in this. You wrote this.
Yes.
You star in this.
Yes.
This is pure uncut John Early.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting turned on.
Were you all afraid if this went poorly, you wouldn't have someone else to blame?
No, I actually wanted to do all those roles so that no one else would get any of the blame, so I could spare my friends any of the blame.
This is an act of kindness. Is what this movie
of course.
Is. Yeah, it really shows through.
Yeah.
So what was that for people who haven't seen it yet? Which is it's not out yet, so they're not as cool as me, where they get to see screeners beforehand. What is Maddie's Secret about?
Well, I won't tell you Maddie's Secret.
Thank you.
But no, Maddie's Secret. It's about a kind of bright-eyed, optimistic, plucky, humble dishwasher at a big kind of content farm, food media company called Gourmet Bee. I'm proud of that. And then and she gets kind of promoted to an on-camera position. She makes a viral recipe, and she kind of becomes a reluctant food influencer, and this kind of rising fame reawakens these old demons. She struggled with an eating disorder as an adolescent. It's in many ways a kind of contemporary retelling of this old 80s TV movie called Kate's Secret, starring the great Meredith Baxter, which is a TV movie that a lot of gay men pass around to each other.
And you're just like, I'm gonna make this, but I'm gonna update it for this.
I want to do that.
Let me do that.
Yeah.
What is so funny about the food influencer culture?
Well, I don't know. I can't really explain what I find funny about it. I mean, I have all these little earworms from living in LA and New York and being around all these like kind of trendy foods, and it's kind of mysterious to me what I find funny about it. Just hearing little like halloumi with a yuzu kosho crisp. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't explain it.
But the tone is so fascinating.
Yeah.
I think what I was so struck by is it seems to walk the line of both like an homage, a bit of an ironic wink, but also it's remarkably sincere.
Yeah.
Is that sort of the intention from the get-go?
Kind of. I mean, I have to say, when I started writing it, I really thought I was making I was going to make something that was a little more sharp-toothed, a little more like kind of hard, kind of brash satire. And then, I don't know. Maybe I would have been able to sustain that tone if I were 23, but I'm 24.
Play to that camera. You play to that camera with that.
I'm 24.
Yeah, great.
No, I'm 38, and I guess I just kind of almost immediately found out that I just felt a little maternal towards her. I felt very protective of Maddie, and so as I kind of wrote the script more and more, the satire of it all sort of kind of melted away, and it became very like kind of big-hearted and sweet or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's many things. I don't know.
Well, that's what I think is kind of remarkable. It seems like I don't want to say there was a shift halfway through in tone, but it seems like the beginning to me is an invitation to people who might know you for your comedic work.
Yes.
And the right, yes. If you know John Early for his comedic work.
I'm sorry.
It's good. But then there's a shift to some dark themes.
Yeah.
Like, were you conscious of that in the writing and in the directing of how to welcome people into maybe a genre they're not as aware of?
Yes, I was. I knew it was a risk. I knew it was like a kind of. It felt to me like a kind of tonal experiment, and one that I would never know the results of until the movie was like fully edited. Basically, I was just kind of following the demands of the genre. Like these kind of old TV movies, they actually have these like Greek stakes. It's like people die, and they're like, and there's betrayal, and they're very intense.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. And so I knew that like basically I was asking this kind of ensemble of largely comedic actors. I was like, we're just gonna like commit to this, and tonally we'll let the chips fall where they may. I had a feeling that if we just threw ourselves into it, it could be extremely funny and possibly extremely moving too. Yeah. And sometimes it's both.
I think that's what's kind of remarkable about it. But you do have very funny people. You have Vanessa Bayer, you have Conor O'Malley. Yep. Were you finding like turn it down? This is not a moment for comedy. I mean, comedians aren't necessarily known for their restraint more often than not. They can own a scene or find a joke. They like to find and fill those spaces.
Yes. You know, I don't know what I like about the genre, and I say that very loosely, like TV movies or old school Hollywood melodramas. They're very forgiving. You know, like you can kind of like fling a line out there and you can like, really miss the mark. You know, you can do poorly. Yeah. Like I do a lot in this movie. And it still can kind of hold that, you know, and that was sort of by design because we didn't have a lot of time, we didn't have a lot of money. You know, this is a very humble film, and you know, we shot it at my house, and it was very kind of like done in the style of like a sleepover, you know, but like I guess I chose a style that could. You know, when you watch a TV movie, you kind of expect some people to be bad. You know?
Yeah. You want shit to go down.
Yeah,
you want fangs to come out.
Well, I more mean bad, like in the acting sense.
Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah. You want people to be bad at their jobs and execution of it. Okay. Yes. That's not what I'm hoping for at the beginning of my entertainment choices, but yes, continue. Okay.
But you know, I think there's joy in that. I mean, I think there's like it's you know when. They don't. TV movies were like trying to do this thing that big old school Hollywood melodramas were doing, but with no money, you know. And so like, and that was the position I was in. Yeah. So I don't know. I think they're very charming. I don't know.
I read something that camp, the tone of camp. There's both intentional and unintentional camp, right? Yeah. And whether or not unintentional camp is something that can be achieved anymore. Yeah. Like, was that something that was on your mind?
Definitely. I mean, I think like. Maybe what I started making was kind of intentional camp, or it was camp that knew itself to be camp, you know, and then, but it was striving so hard to be the first kind of like pure, naive kind of camp, you know, and then it lands somewhere in between.
Well, there's a wonderful dance sequence in this film that is an emotional core and center to this film.
Yes.
I'm curious, having seen your past work, how early on did you know there must be a dance sequence in this film?
I'm always trying to narratively justify dance. Always.
All right.
Thank you. I'm always trying to find an excuse for dance, and I. At first, I was like, oh, I can't. I have to be honest, when I was writing this, you're gonna think I'm insane, but when I was writing this movie, I wrote it exclusively to the Shaft soundtrack.
Really?
I was really going through, I really haven't left this. I was in a very intense Isaac Hayes moment of my life, listening to a lot of Isaac Hayes, and I wasn't high.
No good creative ideas ever come out when you're high, no.
And but you know, I was really getting into the Shaft soundtrack, and I, you know, the kind of the sunny kind of 70s horns of the Shaft soundtrack. I was like, oh my God, this is the tone of the movie. I was like imagining Maddie like jogging through the city, and you know, and be like, hey Maddie, you know, and so what were we talking about? Oh, dance.
Yes.
And so as I was listening to Shaft and I wasn't high, I was thinking like. You know, I couldn't help but, you know, get into the groove, to quote Madonna.
Yes. Oh, I was thinking Shaft did that. I suppose Madonna did it as well. Yes.
You know, and I was like, oh, if I put dance, there's no way I can put dance in this. That's too broad. That's too silly. But then I was like, no. Like in all of these movies, there's always a kind of all these eating disorder TV movies. There's always some sort of physical form of exercise that pushes the ingenue over the edge. You know, and I realized it could be a dance class. I found my way to dance, as I always do.
So you write yourself into a corner and then dance out of it, right?
Yes. And to me, I wanted to do like to me, this was like, can I make Showgirls, basically? Like, can I make Showgirls with my friends with a really low budget? Like, that is kind of the prompt of this movie. It has a very Showgirls spirit.
I mean, I would say you are 2026's Elizabeth Berkley. I've been saying it for years. Maddie's Secret will open in theaters beginning June 19th. John Early.